And there we go. So, spawning at the left position, at the 9 o'clock position, the blue Zerg player from former Team Slayers, as well as I am, Sleep.
And then he's going to go up against Satini, who's up 1-0 in the series.
Exactly, Satini from Finland, and he's also a member of the team eSahara. And he is a Terran player, took the first game very convincingly, very nicely done there. Basically, he took a huge lead with doing a lot of damage with 4 Hellions, going to the base of the Zerg player, and following it up by tank play, tank marine, and then Thors as well. So we're going to see what kind of gameplay we're see here by the two gentlemen.
Alright. So now, this is definitely going to be a cool game to see. I'm curious what Sleep is going to do, because that was not exactly his best game last game.
That was definitely not his best game. But you know, once again, a lot of foreign players tend to do less well in European servers because of the latency issues. So that might be one of the reasons as well. We have a racks coming up here for Satini gas going up as well, refinery.
Yeah, so Satini probably going to go ahead and do just a completely standard Terran opener with the reactor to Hellion. We're probably going to see Sleep go for just a normal hatchery first. It seems what these players are comfortable with. We've seen them play quite a bit in this tournament, and they really, really are solid players. Kind of expecting Sleep to be a little bit more wary about when he can actually get down that third. And hopefully we'll see it a little bit sooner, because he got seriously out-macroed last time.
And definitely, you know, that fast third paid out so well for him, and you know, taking out a whole bunch of drones really helps setting up his economy even more. So that was great play there by Satini. Now we're going to see what he's going to do in this game. He has a marine rallied to the bottom of his base. There's no second racks.
Oh, right now you're not in the right screen for the game.
Oh, sorry. So we see the hatchery has been taken. Pool is almost up as well, and we see a factory being added here by Satini. Probably another reactor Hellion play here.
Alright, so now, do you just see the bunker going to start getting targeted down by the drones trying to deal with that one marine? Not too many units are being sent down by Satini. It's not all in at all. He's just trying to do a little bit of pressure while he gets up his reactor and his factory.
Yeah, it's really nice getting away with that SUV, but that SUV is not going to live another day. So he's retreating his drone immediately, but I'm not sure if Satini is going to try and commit some more. No, he's actually going to be forced to cancel that bunker. And there we go, the cancellation of the bunker. At the same time, we see a command center going up as well. That is pretty standard.
And now, the thing is, though, Satini did manage to actually take down a drone, which makes that entire push completely successful. He didn't really invest that much in it. He stopped a lot of mine timing to see that actually 2 spawn cars are being thrown down very quickly by Sleep, which is a very smart thing to do, because he saw it was only 1 rack's worth of marines, and he can easily deduce the fact that it's going to be reactor Hellion going in.
Yeah, considering it didn't go too well last game. But, you know, last game there was a smaller ramp, so considering you have a smaller ramp, usually can try and manage with just 1 spine crawler. But that was not enough for those 4 Hellions, because he just didn't have enough units to stop that attack. But anyway, right now, let's check this out. We have some marines coming up here for the Finnish player Satini.
And the Hellions are still trying to poke around, look for that vulnerability, and there you see the value of that second spine crawler, because otherwise those Hellions would have gone back behind the mirror line and harassed the drones from that angle, which of course would be a pretty big nuisance to deal with for Sleep.
Now that is usually, you want to do this on wider open areas where your natural is. Exactly like this. Now regardless if you're Zerg or Protoss player, you want to put down 2 cannons to cover, you know, almost every angle of your base at the natural. That's pretty advisable there. Now let's take a look here. We're going to see a medevac coming up. We might even see a drop. Are we going to
Yep,
see a
there
drop?
it is. 8 Marines in that medevac. Going to go ahead and work over there and try and do a little bit of damage, but Sleep does have a few Queens out on the field, and he sees a drop with that Overlord, and there's Satini moving down those 8 Marines. 16, 20 Lings are now in production. A bunch of them about to come out. There should be enough to push back Satini's drop.
Yeah, there are 3 queens as well. Just taking 1 link out there. Needs to be a bit careful. 20 lings are coming in right now.
And we're going to see the
Loading.
retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is...
Loading.
Sorry, you can talk.
No, you go ahead, Sully.
Alright, well, I'm saying it's perfectly fine to retreat in that situation because of the fact that the Queens were not on creep. If they were on creep, it would be a little bit risky, but the fact that he could actually get away with the creeps slowing down the Queens is a perfectly acceptable time to retreat and not risk losing all of those units.
Definitely, I agree. I love the fact that he has 1 Viking out. You know, as a Terran player, you always want to make sure you just deny any type of scouting, which happened before. You can do that by having 1 Viking out and then roaming the map a little bit and trying to take out overlords. What this will do is deny the vision for the Zerg player, but also, you know, be a little pesky, taking out like 100 minerals of worth of minerals. So that's definitely something worth to take note. See, a queen is trying to do some damage here.
So it's a good little thing to have. You have a nice little bit of a link placement around the map to look for good scouting information about Satini. Ling is sitting there at the ramp to that 3rd. We've got the watchtowers being taken by Lings. 1 Hellion does get surrounded.
Nice surround there, taking out 1 Ling there, and at the same time we're going to see the other Ling.
We might have a big drop in the main base. We're seeing, there we go, 3 medevacs all getting filled up, and we're going to go ahead and push in. There aren't really anything, there's not much scout except for this 1 Ling patrolling the main base itself, but this is a lot of Marines that drop down, 4 medevacs, and they're just going to sit there.
Yeah, that's really weird. Now let's take a look at the units
jump.
tab. We have 26 Lings here, 4 Banelings coming up as well.
Yeah, there is a spine crawler inside the main base. The macro hatch has gone down. This spine crawler that's also coming in is not finished burrowing yet. It could get targeted down, but the drones are moving left. All of them inside the extraction. Now they're going to try and run away. A lot of them just completely boxed up. And we're seeing that this lair is taking a whole lot of damage. The team's got to be careful, though, because all of these banelings are going to come in. And
oh my god. Nice load up.
He could just go to the natural. Oh, this is such an annoying position to abuse. He can even hit the baneling nest from the bottom of this if he wants to go ahead and target that down, but instead he's going to go ahead and rip apart all of those Lings. But the Banes are about to be there, and we should be seeing, there we go, lift off once again, but more Marines have been taken down.
Exactly.
This looks like a good trade for it.
Yeah, this is really smart. Now, I'm not really sure if he's deliberately, like, leaving a couple of Marines, or just a Marine, you know, to have them baneling busted, because that's so cost efficient for the Terran player to actually have a Marine, you know, baneling busted and against a couple of banelings, and then you just take down a whole bunch of banelings. But you need to be careful now. Oh my god, so many Marines lost. That was not something you want to trade that as a Terran player. So he needs to be careful for that, but I mean...
He lost 4 Marines, but he did disrupt the baneling count, and now he can go ahead and start doing a little bit of damage. He's going to have to lift off, though, because he will lose a couple more Marines, but still, he's doing a great job of containing Sleep during this time. You can see that Sleep is stabilizing without too much trouble. Now supply blocked at 104, while Satini's at 115 food, so not a big deal either way.
Exactly. Now we have a Spire up, so that's going to totally negate those kind of drops. Well, not totally, but it will try and deal with those drops, which are really powerful and so pesky when you don't have that Spire, because you can basically fly from left to right and then drop those Marines and take some and do some damage, which is really nice. Now we see that Satini is really unusual. Like the first game, he doesn't have a third command center as of yet, but we're going to see a very, very powerful push right now.
Yeah, a whole lot of Marines and tanks are ready to come in. We actually have a couple of SCVs too. They're not on auto, but they're just right-click moving over to this spot. Kind of weird, but still the mutas are entering the field. 3 more on the way. We've got a couple mutas already popped.
Oh my god. And we're going to see a counter-attack here coming up. A whole flock of Zerglings are coming to the 3rd. to find nothing there.
Yes, but still they need to go into natural right now. We can see the entire army is over here on the left for Satini. There's actually a bunker with a single marine in it at the natural for Satini, but it's not in the right spot to defend this. There's one ling sitting on the front, but it looks like the army will be retreating, which is going to be very lucky for Satini.
Exactly. Satini is doing, well, that is exactly what the Zerg player wants. He wants to make the Terran retrieve because you cannot attack into 3 siege tanks and a whole bunch of marines. That's just way too hard. Now, this is exactly what he wants to do. He's buying some time. He has his third up, which means he's mining from 3 bases, whereas Satini's only mining from 2. But Satini is going to opt to take the gold really soon, which will enable him to have an immense skyrocketing economy coming in for him. So that's definitely going to help. Meanwhile, we see the 4th of sleep going up here, and Satini actually sees that with an Hellion.
So this is definitely a nice little bit. That goodbye to that Hellion, we can see that there's no more Hellions going down, but we do have these mutas in the back doing a nice bit of attacking, taking out a missile tower. I'm surprised they're not staying. Does just do a little bit of harassment on the refinery before pulling back, but still playing it safe, nothing wrong with that. And it looks like Satini's going to prep for another drop as he has his injured medevac, his most injured medevac, filled with 8 Marines.
Yeah, at the same time, we see that the mutas are taking position here at the bottom of the main base.
There they are, moving forward, going to go ahead. So far, 2 mutas have been killed, and the Marines are now taken care of. You see that all the supply depots lowering in rebellion to the mutas. They're going to allow a bunch of stim Marines to run up, but the refinery does go down, and now that those Marines have come in, we're going to see a retreating of these mutas.
Yes, at the same time we see a sensor tower being built at the gold, so the Zerg player definitely knows what's up, and at this point in time it's really hard to break this wall of the missile turret as well as the planetary fortress. That's going to be really hard, but in spite of that, he's still going to try.
Yeah, and Drop's going to go in on the left into the main base of Sleep, and there's nothing to spot it. You can see him dropping them units inside the line of sight blockers, and we see them going to move in, probably stim and run forward, but deal with the Lings on the right first, because they are going down. So team's got enough Marines to go ahead and deal with that, as we're going to see this Drop running in behind all the production facilities. The Spine Core is still in range, though, doing a nice little bit of damage. Trying to find someone to hit, but now all the Lings are going to come in and clean this up.
Oh my god, so many Lings here by Sleep, and look at the supply, it's actually pretty equal. We have +3 infantry weapons starting for Satini. Well, let's take a look at the upgrades. We have 2-2 here, +3 has just started, no armor as of yet. Now let's take a look at the melee units here, 2-1. So that is definitely in favor of Satini. Satini doing an amazing job here.
Yeah, and now Sleep actually built another spawning pool because of the possibility of losing his left one. That's a great thing to do. It may be seen as unnecessary, but hey, would you rather have 2 spawning pools
there
or
the
none?
mutas come. What are they doing? Oh my god, he's losing so many mutas there. That was horrible, and now the Banelings are coming into the fray as well. He has to be careful not to lose too many Marines to these Banelings.
But counterattack with Lings into the natural of Satini.
Oh my god, look at this counterattack. This bunker is going to go down. He's going to lose so many SCVs. This is terrible, but wisely just raising his supply depot. Meanwhile, we have Satini just doing nothing here at the natural. He's just really coping with this attack. This attack is just so intense. He has no supply depots to have any units whatsoever. A couple of Marines trying to take this force out, but that's definitely not going to be enough. There are just so many Lings, and he has... Yeah, and now even fighting with his SCVs, oh my god, there are just way too many Lings, and the supply is plummeting for Satini right now, whereas Sleep's supply is just full, and this is not looking good for Satini.
There are 27 SCVs left to 79 drones. Sleep's killed 37 SCVs, mostly just in the last minute with these Lings that are just being some of the most cost-effective Lings I've ever seen in a game, while this attack is continuing from Satini.
Yeah, this looks really bad. He doesn't have enough Marines to deal with this force, and we have a huge force of Lings and Banelings, Infestors, and a couple of mutas as well, and that's definitely going to take care of the army of Satini, I fear. And he's actually going to go for another counterattack here. He is hungry for more blood. He needs to raise his supply depots. Is he going to raise? No, he's actually not raising his supply depots.
He missed the one key one. Now those links are making their way in, but honestly not too big of a deal. He has enough defensive forces there that it should be cleaned up. Now we have these mutas not going to engage. Mutas have the +1 attack upgraded, but that is about it.
Okay, now look at the supply difference right now. We have an equal supply here, but I'm not really sure. This forced by sleep is actually pretty scary. A lot of Balins and Links. Now those Balins can deal very well with those Marines, and then, you know, Mutas can take out all the tanks, so that's going to be really dangerous. Let's take a look here how he's going to engage here.
Yeah, we do have a Greater Spire on the field, though, and Broodlords and Corruptors on the way, and this is going to be so good for Sleep. Satini does not have the economy to get up the right units to deal with this army composition. Fungals, Broodlords, there's not really much that Satini's going to be able to do. And you can actually see the command center trying to go ahead and land at the top right because of the creep that was spread into that third base, but the Overlord is outrunning it and will be able to spread creep onto that base instead.
That's going to be dreadful. A couple of Marines coming, trying to take out the Overlord. But the Overlord is going to go down before spreading any creep whatsoever. But there are not enough Marines. And there we see the Rulers are coming into the fray. The Marines are, the tanks are picked up off guard.
Fungals.
Oh my god, nice Fungals going down. That was dreadful. A lot of Balings attack, Baling busts all over the map. This is just so devastating. What a Ravage here. It's just astonishing move. Very well done there.
Yeah, these guys are going down, down, all around town.
Indeed, that is going on.
I blame finals and my lack of sleep for what I just did, so please do not hold me accountable for my own actions.
Look at all these Marines. Oh my god, they're all in the red. They're just, the gold is almost mined out, so he's in the world of hurt. Look at the gold of sleep. That is going up right now.